Life, I'm pretty sure I'll sound insane. I live in a pretty normal apartment complex. Nothing fancy, thin walls, questionable parking, the usual. About 3 months ago, a new guy moved in next door. Late 40s maybe, quiet, keeps to himself. We'll call him D. At first, nothing was weird. Just the occasional noise through the wall, walking around at odd hours. Stuff like that. But then I started noticing something. Off. It began with small things. One morning I woke up and checked my phone. 7:42 a.m. I remember it clearly because I was already late for work. I rushed around, got dressed, grabbed my keys, and ran out the door. When I got to my car, I checked my phone again, 7:12 a.m. I figured my phone glitched or I misread it. Annoying, but whatever. I went back inside, got some coffee, and left again. But it kept happening. Not always dramatic sometimes. Just a few minutes missing or repeating, but enough that I started paying attention. I even started writing down the time when I noticed something weird. Then one night it got undeniable. I was gaming with a friend online. We were in a match, voice chat on. I checked the clock on my monitor, 18 p.m. Mid-game, I heard a loud thump from D's apartment, like something heavy dropped. Right after that, my screen froze for a split second. My friend's voice cut out. Then everything resumed. I checked the clock again. I immediately said, "Dude, did the game just lag for you?" He goes, "Yeah, but only for like a second." I asked him what time it was on his end. So my time went backwards, but his didn't. That's when I started suspecting it wasn't my devices. I began paying attention to when the resets happen. Almost every time there was some kind of noise from D's place. A thud, scraping, something metallic. So I did something I'm not proud of. I put a glass against the wall to listen. At first, just normal sounds. Footsteps, movement. Then one night around 2 a.m. I heard him talking. Not like on the phone. It sounded rehearsed. Like he was repeating things. I couldn't catch everything, but I wrote down what I could hear. "No, that's not right." Try again. Earlier this time. "Don't drop it." Then a loud crash. Silence. And then the same exact lines again. Same tone, same pacing, like it looped. I felt sick. The next day, I decided to test something. I set a timer on my phone for 10 minutes and just sat quietly, watching it count down. At around 6 minutes, I heard a noise from his apartment, a dragging sound. My timer froze at 5:12. Then jumped to 7:03. No skipped animation, just changed. That's when I realized, whatever's happening, it's not affecting everything equally. Some things keep going. Some things reset. Some things skip. And somehow he's at the center of it. I finally worked up the nerve to talk to him. I knocked on his door. He opened it, just a crack. Up close he looked exhausted, like he hadn't slept in weeks. I said something normal at first, like, "Hey, just wanted to introduce myself." He stared at me for a second, then said, "Have we done this already?" I laughed it off, but he didn't. He just kept looking at me, like he was trying to remember something that wasn't sticking. Then he said really quietly, "Do me a favor. If you hear something fall, leave. Immediately." And then he shut the door. That was 2 weeks ago. Since then, the time glitches have gotten worse. Longer jumps. Sometimes forward, sometimes back. Yesterday, I lost almost 40 minutes. I checked my security camera. I set one up inside my apartment after all this started. And there's a section where I just stand still, completely frozen, for 12 minutes. No movement, no blinking, nothing. But the clock in the footage keeps moving. I don't think I'm the one moving through time. I think he is. And I think every time he messes something up, he tries again. I don't know how many times he's repeated things. I don't know what he's trying to fix, but I think it's getting harder for him to control. And earlier tonight, I heard something heavy drop. But this time, instead of silence after, I heard two voices, both his arguing.